You ever notice how a simple online argument can stay in your head long after you've closed the app? And you didn't even mean for it to hit that deep. But somehow it does, and you keep replaying what you said and what they said. Here's the strange part: your brain doesn't treat online conflict as just words, it treats it like social survival pressure. The same systems that once helped humans avoid rejection in real tribes light up when you're arguing with someone online. And that means every reply feels like status is on the line. Now, add something you don't notice: dopamine loops from likes, replies, and notifications. Each response feels like a small reward or a small threat. So your brain starts to chase being right the way it once chased being accepted. And this is where things get interesting. The longer you argue online, the more your identity gets tied to winning. It stops being about the topic and starts feeling like you are the argument. And that shift quietly changes how you react, even when you're offline. You become quicker to defend, slower to listen, and more attached to being understood than actually understanding. And over time, your brain learns that conflict is engagement, even when it drains you emotionally, even when you log off feeling heavier than when you logged in. But truth is, online arguments don't just change opinions, they train your nervous system. So the next time you feel pulled into one, pause for a second. Ask yourself if this is really a conversation or just your brain trying to win. Because sometimes the real victory is not replying. And choosing to let your mind step out of the fight entirely, that's where real control begins. When you stop feeding every digital spark that wants to become a fire. Not because you are weak, but because your attention is valuable, and your peace is not something the internet should constantly negotiate. And when you finally understand that, you start to see arguments online for what they really are: small battles fighting for your mind's energy. And you don't need to win them all. Sometimes walking away is the strongest response you can give, because your brain remembers what you repeatedly expose it to. So choose carefully what you let it learn from conflict. Your peace depends on it, more than you think.